What's poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We've got our first round of an EVO Cup there. I went with some of the fanboy guys to Jester Game Store in Stockport. Big thanks to them to letting me record. We got more Silphymon footage. Terry bringing it in. This is pre the most recent change, but this was like the breaking point that made him decide on the final cut for his ratios. So hopefully that'll be going up on either the PTG SC channel or here on this channel soon. And that's a pretty decent way of opening up here on the Ukomon side with the Uko Gere to draw and a Chumon to lock out. The Kari is going to try and set up for additional value, but what we're going to do is the Rev Light with the Kari down to try and play the 4, but then it is going to Holy Wave itself to the top of security, meaning if we do check security even a single time, we are going to be -5ing the board. Are going to get the Hatch and Gain 1 there. For the Ukomon as we do raise out. A second Chumon in the back. No 4s though off the early hit from the looks of it is kind of rough. We are going to go into the Monze, which is going to shrink off the Salamon, which would burn the top card of security, which would neg-5 the board. So definitely the correct Salamon to pick. And I will say this Nume player said they had not played the deck before in true Nume fashion. But they were playing it. So you will see that a lot of this game time is going to be spent waiting for the Nume player to take actions, whereas the Silphy is going to be waiting around, unfortunately. So that Monza X to play out a body has finally passed over turn, as we're going to see the Armour Monze to pass over at 1. And I forget what the start of main is for this Kari. We're going to go for another Rev, and shockingly, there's still no 4s. And we're going to just put a second Rev to the top here, which will kill off the rookies should he swing at security at any point. This is looking like it should be a pretty big slog here. Obviously the Rev of Light immediately threatens that there's going to be damage, and because he's not gone into any of the Monze X's, he just isn't going to get it. He had a Monze X in hand, so I don't know really why we went into the Nume rather than going Monze X first then over the Nume. But, I mean, yeah, that's how it's going to be. I believe before playing Nume in this format, this player was a Davis player, so yeah, resolving Digivolution in the correct order is not something that we're particularly used to. We are going to slam a Digimon because it does look like we're bricked on the 4s. So Digimon is going to burn top card of security, and then it does do the recovery if you're at 3 or fewer. You get to just recover from hand, I believe. So, nice little clear there as we do kill off the Monze as well, the Monze X, as well as apply the Blanket Floodgate. But Rev, I thought, is until the end of their turn, if it's trash. Maybe it's not, maybe it's until the end of the turn. Because then obviously it would shrink off, which would be fantastic, but that would also be a lot of value. Until the end of your turn. Yes, because if it's checked on your opponent's turn, then obviously it would set up nicely. Do get the -3k, and we must swing with the Etemon. And the interesting thing about Etemon in this list is because the rookie's in the back, obviously if it turns into a Valkyrie Ace, then, you know, he's cooked and it blows up the rookie. So it kind of forces you to stay in the back because you assume that if the Etemon player is going to do this, they are going to turn into Valk Ace, which is going to hit us with the -8, and then this does have blocker, so it can just block. And then that has missed timing. I'm pretty sure that misses timing at the time of the attack, but I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments. I was pretty sure that it wasn't an inherit at the time of the attack, so the Etemon misses. Terry would normally be the one to know. Y'all know him as the fanboy judge, but we're not at fanboy right now, and I do not know if they have any judges that would know this kind of ruling. But that's what you guys are for in the comment section. So we're going to have a Nume evolution here. We're not gaining back any memory. Why did we do this? Is that just the turnover? Why did we not push damage? What do we... Alright. So we're going to gain 2 off of the Karis, and then Yole lets us play out a Salamon or a Hawkmon. So we're going to see the secret tech, the Silphymon, which searches top 3 for Beast. I'm going to take the Gato off that, and then I think start of main... Oh, there's still no 4s in trash. Like, that's our first 4 that we've seen. So we're not going to be able to use the Silphymon EVO to start of main evolve. Unless it's hand or trash. Because if it's hand or trash, then maybe we're chilling. The problem is, we have to rip it. So instead, we got 3 colors. So we're going to drop a Heaven's Judgment for 7. Which means we can kill the Valk, and then we can kill off the Nume, and then it puts Platinum down to 1k, so it will not float. And that is a really, really strong way of answering the board. This time it's going to be check top 3 as the Nume pushes out. Finds double Monze and a Gere, so just going to take the Monze. We are going to get the hatch. Why did we gain... extra... Oh, wait... I'm assuming that was them just adjusting the dice, because Nume giving that much is crazy. Death X, of course, because why not? Gonna gain the memory off the Karis now, and it looks like we're gonna slam the Gato. Oh, it's a 4-drop, so it's actually not that bad. And then TK. Oh, the Gato is gonna bring back the Sala, so we're not gonna TK just yet. Gonna put a rookie in the back. And the Silphymon is going to get some value, so I think we're going to be popping the Ukomon here. The problem is that obviously at end of turn is going to get popped, so he's really just trying to 1-for-1 to take lethal off board, and it also means that the Nume player stays on... Wait, that was... Oh yeah, it was a 3-cost Evo whilst he was at 1. Because the dice is so big and the memory count is so small, it always looks like they're just adjusting it. We are going to see Rev, which is going to get some 4k. Oh, 5k even. Onto the board, which might kill off the Platinum. I have no idea. It's actually probably not beneficial for the Platinum to drop here. So we are going to put down a Monze. Monze loads the... load the Nume. We're going to go to 3, and then we're going to gain 2 off the Kari. Then from trash, that's why he was setting up for the Silphy, because now he can at least bring back the Gato. I'm going to draw for Evo, and then Gatomon is recur something? Pitch 1 to add back. Add back a Silphy. Then we're going to go into the Lynxmon for 0. Lynxmon does minus 3k and has Raid. And because it's under the blanket with the Rev, it means it's enough to actually kill off the Monze. Which means now you can try and go for some sort of clear. We have a yellow, so we do get to go into the Silphymon. As you can see, there's the rapid, ignore that. Going to use the Jewel Tamer to minus 3. Yeah, Jewel Tamer to minus 3, and that's a double clear. That's a huge double clear. So we're under minus 5, and then it's minus 3 off the Jewel Tamer, and then the Silphy is minus a lot. I know the old one was like minus 5 and then pops, so I think that's also what we're doing. Is going to take turn. We are going to swing. We are going to get the draw. We're under the blanket now, though, and the Aquila is going to attempt to pop, which does find the Nume, because then the Nume then dies under the DP minus. We do get that single check-in, hits the Satsuki. So, brilliant stuff from our boy Terry. Problem is, it is Nume, so they can do the drop, the thing, gain rush. This can attempt to swing, but he can attempt to swing, but we know what happens if he does. No Protoform in hand from the looks of it, so I don't think we're going to be going into a Monze X here. Just going to go for Edamon. Yeah, that'll do it. Edamon, that will do it. You can't do anything about that thanks to Valk. And Etamon Valkyrie, I think high-key the new like Bozo combo, because like what do you do in that situation? Like it is just possibly the most ridiculous thing that you can do. We are actually under Valkyriemon Floodgate, so this would actually kill off the Salamon, so this is all irrelevant anyway. But I don't think either of them have noticed. So let's see some donuts under if we weren't under Ruin mode. Kind of get to see a little bit more of what Silphy can actually do when they get to play. This is going to be the Gato pitch to bring back Silphymon. And then we do have the end of turn Jogress Inherit, so you would be able to minus, 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 and it would actually clear off everything for an overflow, which is high key sourced, but the problem is that Platinum would float and die. Wait, actually, isn't that beneficial? No, because if they're continuously floating under a floodgate, they'd be cooked. Either way, here comes Platinum and no 2 memory? No 2 memory. Or they're thinking about it, I don't know. As a reminder, yeah, we were under Valkyriemon Floodgate, so there's none of this actually mattered. But it's kind of cool to see the donuts that Silphymon could actually do. Seeing a Platinum that just needs to find one swing and then turn into another taunt body. I mean, you could also just slam... Okay, we're gonna swing. That is... I'm surprised he let that through. I'm gonna gain 1 because the card was removed from security, and again, taunt combo. Just... not a fan. And again, as much as we can, obviously there's no extra value. Here comes Valkyrie once again. And that is going to be the full board clear, so... Oh, right, it doesn't have blocker, lol. But it dies in combat, so it's unfortunate. Like, in hindsight, it's one of those things that it probably is faster to scoop, because things are going to be slow, and yeah, right on cue. We are going to scoop up and go into game 2.
Matrix Digivolution.
Don't you hate it when you're in this situation? Trying to find the number on the dice to show how much DP gain your card has received. It's also unreadable. Now let's take a look at if you had some lovely markers from Conquest Collectibles. Right here you can see it's a lot quicker, a lot simpler, and a lot more efficient. Not only that, but you are signing yourself up to some high quality resin handcrafted markers available in purple, yellow, green, both light and dark, black, orange, and many, many more to your liking. So grab yours today from Conquest Collectibles, links in the description.
Whilst the players are getting ready for game 2 and they are going to be shuffling up, I want to say a big old thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel as a member. Some of the new members at the DigiEgg tier, we do have Walter Cerezas and Cass Knights, John Esposito and Jambo TCG at the DigiEgg tier, then the rookies Bradley Rob and Greatness Beam. At the champion level where you get bonus misplay for game content, we do have Shinny Carey, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solar Ouroboros and Seb Bainbridge Coombs. And then at the Ultimates, the biggest tier we have here on YouTube, the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, and 3 Strike Rule. And then the secret bonus tier for an Ultimate and a Tier 3 on twitch.tv/KnTElixar. So we do have Justice Josh holding it down as a mega. We're going to be going into game 2 with a lot of time already off the clock. Again, it's unfortunate. If Terry had realized he was under the floodgate and none of that Silphy play mattered, I think he would have scooped sooner, which would have given him more time in game 2. Because right now, if it does go into this situation, then the Nume player is actually poised to win off the back of them being out in front. Gonna see the Nume play. Nume play Satsuki is gonna give rush, but oh, there it is. Taunt combo. Straight into Valkyrie Ace, straight away. He stayed in the back because he knew that there's no way this thing was making it back to him. I think we take the Gato here. Yes, we do. You can see how quickly the turns are on Terry's side. He is moving those around quickly. Gonna see the Chikuriamon to stop reducing play cost, which will actually stop an Aquila from getting any extra value. And we are going to stare at our cards for a while. And down comes the Monze for 7, game back 2 off the Geremon. And we're going to start of main phase play out Salamon. Salamon on play / start of main is going to evolve into the Lynxmon. Lynxmon is then going to shoot for -3 Ooh, taking aim at the Valkyriemon. Shout out to Conquest Collectibles for the cards that we have. We're going to end of turn Jogress instead of going for it, and then we're going to have the Yoli Kari, which is then going to hit the -3. We're going to clear off the full board, and I guess this means that we have some way of getting over. We're going to go Magnadramon, burn top card, and that's going to get the full clear on the board. And can I just say, he is so nice like that. We are going to draw and we are going to swing. All effects resolve. Going to hit an X antibody, and why are you on X antibody and not pro? I mean, maybe they just couldn't afford Protoform. That card is dummy expensive in the UK for some reason. It's okay, so Kari plays a Salamon. I see. Yeah, in the UK, Protoform non-alt art is going for like 20 quid. It's kind of crazy. So like, Nume is a relatively cheap deck if you've got your RB1 Monzes, and this person's already on the Armour ones as well. So like, even if you're not on like the bling bling stuff, this stuff is relatively inexpensive. Protoform is actually probably one of the pricier cards in the deck. So if you're using X antibody to try and cheese the same sort of value, so be it. And yeah, sure, you're not getting the reduction, but you are getting the ability to go straight into Monze X and get the playing stuff out, which I guess is the idea on the value. He's thinking about swinging. Ooh, because the card's getting removed from security. The Magnadramon is going to minus the board? No, Magnadramon doesn't minus after the first turn. It's only the when Digivolving that it does that. We are going to swing at security. This is a blocker. So hopefully he's got something that softens up this Monze, because you're in danger of getting thingied, but I guess we're fine, actually. And we're going to go for a 3-cost Armour, which is a bit more than I would like, but just going to gain back the memory. No other effects there. It's -3 onto the Monze. Just to try and slow it down for a turn. So Magnadramon is going to be a little bit of a pain in the Nume players behind, as that card is, it's kind of teched well to beat Monze. If you have 3 or fewer, you may place 1 yellow card from your hand at the bottom of the security stack. So you just get to pump up your security. And it means that when you're kind of oscillating on 3, you're constantly going back up to 4, which is kind of annoying. So like, if a TK was to get dropped whilst he's on 3, he's gonna get that and then actually recover 1. Monze X is gonna come down here over the Monze, and we are gonna get to play out the Nume, which is going to be 3 bodies wide, which now is going to be -6 over the Magnadramon. And that would mean that the Monze is able to swing over it, which again means no partition. Very, very unfortunate. It's one of those, like, Terry has to push damage here. And we're going to see Death X, because, I mean, there are Tamers on the board. We're going to use the Yoli to play out the Salamon, and we're going to use the Salamon that came out of Raising in order to go into the Gatomon, brings back the Lynxmon. Did we go double Gato hit? Oh, no, we can't. We're going to go Lynxmon to -3 the Death X, which leads me to believe that he has a means of clearing that body, but the question is, how far can he go? 2-cost EVO into Gatomon, and then we're going to go into Silphy. Again, going to gain the 1, then we're getting to -3. He is spreading it. So we're going to kill off the Uko this time, and then we're going to double tap with the Silphy in order to get the pop. Going to go into the Valkyriemon Ace, which is going to pop the Nume. Nume is then going to steal turn, and then we are going to partition out is the idea. So he's accepting he was going to lose that stack, but then is able to bring it back. Or at least bring back the Silphy piece, which is a pretty decent way of doing things here. None of these bodies can really threaten to clear, but it's a lot of memory passed over because, of course, Valkyriemon Ace does have that overflow. Speaking of overflow, oh, he's so clean. Rev of Light off the burn means that he gets the -5 the board, and then he gets to kill off the Platinum by with the target. We are going to get a Monze, which is going to suck up back to memory, but he is still -5. Hits a TK. TK going to add the Gato. Then we're at 3 security. And we're going to use a Venus to lock it down and then try and gain back memory with the Tumon. Rev of Light is going to instantly kill the Tumon though. Lamau. And all in all, not bad, but we are out of time, unfortunately, because things did take a little too long in game 1. Again, if you'd skipped a little bit earlier, maybe you would have been able to take it to a game 3 and a draw, but it was not meant to be. But if you did like what you saw, especially if you're a Silphymon enjoyer and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button on your way out. If there's anything you can be kind, and as always, have yourselves a damn good one.